What's up, everybody? Fulham won, Liverpool won in what was a pretty frustrating evening in London. Look, we deserve nothing more than a point out of that game, if I'm being really honest with you. Fulham had the game in the first half, they were by far the better side. Second half, I thought Liverpool came into it, showed a lot of character, didn't quite have the cutting edge to get through, needed a penalty, Salah took that away. And then look, the best chance we had to win it was Curtis Jones, and it was all self-made. It was wonderful work by Curtis Jones. All it needed was to finish. Areola did well and got down. Both keepers made a couple of good saves throughout the game as well. But look, I'd be lying if I sat here and said Liverpool deserved anything other than a point from that trip to London. The first half was abysmal. It was an awful performance that I can't make any excuses for. But in the second half, we did up it a little bit. Again, I'll talk through the substitutions and all as well as the stream goes on. Again, Divock Origi came on and did nothing. I thought it was one of Mohamed Salah's poorest games in the Liverpool shirt, to be honest, which I don't like to say. I thought every time he gave the ball to Mane in the second half on the left, he looked very dangerous. There was a mixed bag of stuff to go through there today. Great to have Alisson back. He made some big saves as well. It was a day where it was all set up for us. Spurs had dropped points earlier on in the day at Crystal Palace. I have my own issues around the Fulham goal, but I don't want that to take away from the result, because I do think their first half performance deserved them to take a lead in. You don't always get what you deserve in football, but you know, the performance was far better than us in the first half, and we came back into it in the second half and fought a little bit harder. And look, there's a huge game now to play for on Wednesday when we take on Spurs at Anfield, and then a trip to Crystal Palace next Saturday as well. So the games are going to keep coming thick and fast, but there was more bad news. Joe Matip apparently has a back injury, so heaven knows how he is fixed now for the weeks ahead. We got the news earlier on that Diogo Jota was out for 6 to 8 weeks. I don't know. I thought Nico did well, by the way, when he came on. We just need other ideas. We just need other attacking options at times when the long ball or the ball in behind isn't working. And that's, I suppose, where the Thiagos of this world are going to come in handy, the Naby Keitas, that we just don't have available at the minute. But look, again, I'd be lying if I sat here, folks, and said that we deserved that more than a point from that game. We didn't. I want to know what you got. Obviously, my man of the match goes to Curtis Jones, hands down, followed by Fabinho, who I thought once again was excellent at the heart of that Liverpool defence, in the right place at the right times. Robbo was involved in the game as much as he could. Firmino, it's just not happening for Bobby at the minute. Some flashes of good moments in the second half, but again, some frustrating moments. Gini Wijnaldum looks shattered. God bless him for all the minutes that he's had to put in this season. He's worked tirelessly. And seeing Hendo have to drop back into centre-back probably gave us a little bit more options, actually. His passing ability from deep probably did add to what we could do in the second half. But look, again, I'd be lying if I said we deserved anything more than a point today, and Fulham played very well. So we move on. We are where we are. We know what we've got to do now on Wednesday. We need the 3 points at home against Spurs. It's over to you guys now to see what you have to say about it. And look, if you did enjoy the stream, you are enjoying this one, again, please do hit that subscribe button. We're really close to hitting 60,000 subs. And again, this post-match show has been brought to you in association with our sponsors, Boyle Sports, so thank you to them. Curtis was class at Harry Price. He was indeed. Kieran Shield reckons Alisson deserved man of the match. He played some very, very good, or made some very good saves, Kieran, in the first half, no doubt about it. Alisson man of the match for Edgar as well. Look, I can't bring myself to talk about VAR again, ladies and gentlemen. I just haven't got the heart to talk about it anymore. I'm beyond help when it comes to VAR. If you want to comment about it in the chat, by all means, but I'm going to have to take a break from talking about VAR in the post-match show, because it's going to end up driving me doolally, folks. Loads of shouts for Alisson man of the match as well. Look, he did put in a good performance in the first half, especially. He saved us numerous times. We ended up with no real centre-backs on the pitch. Yes, that's true, Rahul. That's a very good point, mate. Diogo Jota's injured, for those that don't know, and they're asking why not Diogo. He's been ruled out for 6 to 8 weeks with a knee injury. Takumi and Neko had a big effect to Kieran Shield. Scotty's gone for Alisson man of the match as well. Craig, is there a major fitness issue in the team? No, Aaron, there isn't, mate. Or Aragon, excuse me. It's just a toll that's been taken on them from and look, all Premier League teams, by the way, particularly those playing in Europe, they've been asked a tremendous amount of their bodies, of their mentality in this congested season. And it's the same for City, it's the same for United, Spurs, any club playing in Europe. The fixture list is just packed this year, and the guys, none of the teams in the Premier League, they're just not getting a chance to recover. And again, I'm trying to be fair by saying this affects everybody. This isn't a Liverpool-centric problem. But yeah, bodies are tired, bodies are breaking down, injuries are being picked up left, right and centre. Scary Ninja said Origi doesn't have a future at Liverpool. We have to sell him in January. It just does nothing anymore. It just adds zero to our attack when he comes on. There was one point there, he got on the end of a long ball and headed it out for a goal kick. Like, didn't even try and head it back, up, down. Just headed it straight out for a goal kick. It was ridiculous. The Hendo miss, really, yeah, that broke my heart, Arthur. I was expecting the net to bulge there when Hendo got in. Again, Areola made some great saves as well for Fulham, in fairness to him. I thought Lookman played fantastically well for Fulham down that left-hand side. Gave us all kinds of trouble. I was so happy that the referee made the decision not to award the penalty, by the way, with regards to the Fabinho tackle. I know people will have their own take on that, and I fully appreciate that we won't all see that in the same way. But it's just frustrating on the performance. That's the thing that's frustrating me most here today is we could have rested players in midweek that didn't need to be on that pitch at all in Denmark. That was a chance to give them a full week's rest in between games, and I don't know. It is what it is, folks, and we are where we are. There is no point in complaining about it. All we can do is move on to the next game against Spurs at Anfield. Hope that the crowd get behind us, the 2,000 people that will be inside the ground, and hope that we can get the 3 points there and go back at top of the Premier League table on our own. We had a chance to do it today, but Fulham were up for the fight, and fair play to them. On the Sunday night, we're either amazing or very flat, said James. I think Nico Williams should start against Spurs, said Seamus Moore. Patrice Evra's getting paid 250 grand. Yeah, to sit on Sky and do what? Do you know what I mean? Like, I would listen to Mark, I would listen to True Geordie, I would listen to so many people above listening to Patrice Evra or half the pundits that they have on television, to be honest with you. We need Salah for Spurs, said K 2.0. We need the real Salah for Spurs, because I didn't think I'd love to know your opinion. Please feel free to tell me if I'm talking shy here, but I thought Salah was horrendous today. There's no directness in him anymore. He just doesn't seem to be able to take a player on. Whereas you see Sadio Mane down the left-hand side today. How many opportunities and crossing chances did he create through running at his man because they know they can't touch him? Neko was brilliant. Confidence at K 2.0. Taki needs to improve. I actually thought Takumi Minamino did okay when he came on. Again, he was buzzing around everywhere and tracking back really well. And look, the second half was a much better performance, but again, we'd left ourselves a lot to do when we weren't able to get the job done today. We weren't able to get the 3 points in the end of the day, and it is what it is. We're going to have these frustrating days, folks. No intensity and didn't match Fulham's work rate. Spot on, Barry Kavanagh. Absolutely spot on, mate. I love the old FAI badge as well there, Barry. God, that's a much nicer badge to me, mate, than the old one. So yeah, I couldn't disagree with you, Barry. I thought it's a fair comment. Salah was one of the best. I have no idea, mate, what game you were watching. If you thought that Salah was one of the better players on that pitch, I thought he was terrible. But look, we all see different things, mate. I appreciate that. Liverpool's best player was Alisson, said Sabi. When did Mane last score in the league? I honestly don't know. I don't know, Carl. Don't know, mate. Don't have the information to hand. Oxlade-Chamberlain should have come on. It is strange, isn't it, on that one? Like, if Chamberlain was fit enough to get on the bench, you assume that he'd been cleared to play some minutes, or he wouldn't be on the bench. I don't see why we didn't give him a chance. I don't know. I don't know why Origi came on and we didn't give Chamberlain a chance. Salah was poor, said Rahul. Salah's penalty was a joke. It was terrible. We were really lucky there. And look, Mo has a great record with penalties, so I'm not going to slate the man for his penalty record, but yeah, it was a bit fortunate with that one. It wasn't it was a bit of a daisy cutter, wasn't it? Who won the All-Ireland? I didn't even get to see it. Who was it won the All-Ireland? Salah tries to go for glory instead of passing, said Seamus Moore. Imagine Kane and Son versus Neko and Reece Williams. See, the problem there, John, is that we have to make sure that we limit those one-on-ones, that we limit those matchups between Kane and Son and our fullbacks. And that's the job of the midfielders, to get back and help and track back and protect the fullback. Every time Kane and Son will get on the ball, you'll hope to see at least 2 Liverpool players on each one. And then that's where the midfield comes back in to defend and help out. Curtis was our best outfield player, said Ayan, excuse me. I agree. Curtis Jones for me was man of the match. Fabinho and Alisson, again, great shout for them. Up Limerick. Limerick won the All-Ireland. Congratulations to Limerick. I know we've a lot of people from Waterford in the chat as well, but look, congratulations to Limerick today on winning the All-Ireland. The Lee McCarthy Cup is going home to Limerick. Congratulations. Is Trent injured? I don't know. I don't think so. Kloppo did go over to him and give him an embrace during the game. I'm not sure if you guys seen that one. Nua said I'm a United fan. Fair enough, mate. Well, I mean, we don't have anything against United fans being in the chat whatsoever. Just be respectful to other people and you'll get that back. Areola would have been Fulham's man of the match. He made some cracking saves, Areola, today. And look, Fulham are good value for the point. I don't begrudge them their point one bit today. Their performance deserved the point. Is Curtis Jones better than Hendo now? Again, Hendo's been asked to play in a deeper role, mate. So, he's a different type of midfielder. But, again, he's a cracker. And I really do enjoy watching Curtis Jones play football. Curtis needs to work on that Gerrard type long shot. What's your thoughts on the game? Look, I'm disappointed. We knew going into the game that Spurs had dropped points and I wanted Liverpool to go on top of the table. At least we didn't lose. There is that. I mean, we showed the heart to come back into the game. We got the penalty, which I don't care what anyone says, was a nailed on penalty. It hit two hands, not one. Bounced off one, hit the other. And then we could have won it when Curtis Jones made that unbelievable run from our own half all the way through. Just hadn't got the finish. Hendo missed a good chance as well, but then we aren't talking about the opportunities that Fulham created and they made our goalkeeper work. Alisson was forced into some really good saves, and look, in the heat of the moment during the game, it's one thing. I'm going to be wound up, I'm going to be screaming, but after the game, when things have calmed down a bit and you get a chance to reflect, albeit not much of a chance with the post-match shows, again, I can't deny Fulham's point today, that they've thoroughly deserved their point. Can I see you rant? No, you're not going to get a rant in the post-match. The rants are usually always live. And I had to get a fair rant during the game, to be fair. Same old cheating Liverpool. And how exactly did we cheat there, Keith? You fucking clown. How exactly did we cheat? Did we make the referee point to the spot? Did we make the ball bounce off the two defenders' arms? You really are special case, mate. Honest to God. God help you. I don't know what's going on inside that noggin of yours, but you're so blinded by bitterness and hate, mate, that... I don't know. Do you want me to send somebody around to give you a hug, mate? Is that what you need? Did Mammy not give you a hug? Were you not breastfed growing up? I don't know what's wrong with you, Keith. But why so bitter, pal? It's the season of festivities, mate. Lots of love to you and your family, buddy, and I hope you have a lovely Christmas, but you need to drop the attitude, man. That's not going to get you far in life. Somebody said Salah's become a penalty merchant. Again, I would agree that it wasn't a good performance by Salah. So I wouldn't go as far as to call him a penalty merchant now. That I think that's stepping a bit too far. But again, I'm just reading out comments. I'm trying to be fair to everyone, giving, you know, positive and negative comments a shout out. Fair result when you think about it, say Koba. I've no arguments about the result whatsoever. I agree it was a fair result. You'll never walk alone from Donegal in. Thank you. That's the type of stuff we need at this moment to lift the spirits. And again, folks, look, we are really close right now to pushing on to 59,600 subscribers. So if you did enjoy the stream, please do hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well. Actually, we've gone past it. It just hasn't updated. Sorry, we are 59,644 subscribers now. So again, thank you to everyone. We are 350 odd away from that magic target of 60,000. Hopefully we'll get there in the game on Wednesday, and hopefully we'll get the 3 points. But look, I'm going to hand it over to the chat and see what you guys think. Do I live in Ireland? Indeed I do, mate. Indeed I do. We so need to buy another centre-back. Yes. Yes, yes. Forever yes. 1,000 yeses. Again, Matip just shows that he's very prone to soft injuries. I'm trying to be respectful in the way I say this, but you know, as somebody rightly pointed out, we finished that game today without a centre-back on the pitch. We had Fabinho and Hendo in centre-back. Now look, Fabinho's an amazing centre-back, as he is an amazing holding midfielder, but he was right, the person that made the comment. No senior centre-backs on that pitch today. Sack the medical team. No other team gets injuries like us. Lancashire, you put a super chat in, mate, but you haven't written anything. What else have we got? And you did put in a second one. I think it was you earlier on that said, first you called me fat with one super chat, and then you came back in. I think it was you, and apologised. And I did see that apology, and I meant to read it out, so sorry on that one. But don't worry, mate. Whatever happens in the heat of the battle, put it behind us and we move on. Jones was class at Jack Thompson. He absolutely was. Glad you ranted, Craig. Saved me doing it. The frustration you on screen is what many of us feel. I'm glad, because sometimes I think I'm just a lunatic, and I'm seeing things that maybe the vast majority of the world think I'm wrong on, but I wear my heart on my sleeve when I do these watch-alongs, and I call things as I see them in the moment. And yes, as a Liverpool fan, of course, I'm going to be biased. I understand that. But I always try to give credit where it's due to opposition teams and players as well. Lookman was phenomenal today. I thought Loftus-Cheek put in a great shift as well for Fulham. Areola made some cracking saves. And again, I cannot deny Fulham that they were value for a point. Come on Spurs, said Alex. It's going to be a massive game, that one, buddy, on Wednesday. And welcome in, mate. You may be a Spurs fan. Lovely to see you in the chat, and you're very welcome in. Just, make sure that you keep it all friendly and we'll be all good. You won't smash us on Wednesday, mate. Now relax. It's going to take... And if you do beat us, fair play. We're 65 unbeaten at home in the league, and if you do beat us on Wednesday, I promise you, I'll be the first one to come on and give you credit. But obviously I'm backing our boys to get the job, but it's set itself up for a cracker of a game, hasn't it already? Very poor today. We want to wake up against Spurs and play a lot better. We were, second half we improved a bit, Michael, but still nowhere near our best, mate. I agree with you. Well done to Fulham as well, he said, which is a nice comment. Brian Morris, he said, Spurs, Chelsea and City all draw points. We move on, not too much harm done. Yep, exactly. It's a missed opportunity, but as Brian said, everyone in and around us had draw points as well, so not the end of the world, but, you have to say it is an opportunity missed to push on. Pro Gamer said Liverpool, blah, blah. Don't ever complain about VAR again. Shut up, you absolute omadon. Mate, just because we get one penalty, you think Liverpool. How about, mate, you watch the game and learn how the sport works? Because I guarantee you, my little princess, I have forgotten more about this sport than you will ever know, and your opinions mean jot to me, my friend. So you've gotten the pat on the head that you wanted, jumping up and down like the petulant little child that you are. Uncle Craig has given you the attention that you craved, mate. But don't worry about Liverpool. We'll concentrate on us. You concentrate on whoever it is that you support, mate, and leave the anger to us. We'll take care of ourselves. You just carry on being a Mammy special little soldier. Let's just call you that. Mammy special little soldier. 55k on the watch along. Thank you to everybody who joined us on that one. Really appreciate it. What have we got? Liverpool can turn up in the big game, said Mike. Somebody else said sign a Janji Birchall. I've no idea who he is, mate. What do I think about Dybala possibly coming to Liverpool? That it isn't going to happen. He's been linked to United. He's been linked as a swap to Pogba. He's been linked as a swap with Salah. And I don't see it happening. I think it's a lazy link that pops up every window. Really worried about our centre-back issue against Spurs. I hear you. Now, Nat Phillips could come in there and do a job. Reece Williams could come in. Hendo could be dropped back in there. It is going to be interesting to hear what the gaffer has to say on it and, where we are come Wednesday. It'll be interesting to hear Jurgen Klopp's press conference on Monday ahead of this game. A game, of course, that we will be covering here on Anfield Agenda. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on as well. We'll make sure to be live for that one on Wednesday. And what a massive game that is already in the season. If United win next game, only 2 points behind Liverpool. Again, fair play if they do, mate. I'm not begrudging them at. And let's have a little look at the league table here while we're talking. Right, so let me see. Yeah, as you said, if United win the next game, but they have a game in hand, they will be 2 points behind Liverpool. Put them right up there with Southampton and Chelsea. Spurs ahead on goal difference right now. Liverpool behind, 5 goals behind both teams on 25 points. We need Kabak. We need a centre-back, look. And thankfully the clock is ticking closer to January window opening. And we'd hope to have business done early in that one. And I'm intrigued to hear what Klopp says. But I'm not buying the tiredness argument today. I'm sorry. If he's out there saying our players are tired and I haven't heard what he said yet, I'm not buying it. Because we had a chance to rest a whole lot of them players on Wednesday. And we didn't. And we didn't get the win. And we suffered for it today. That's my take on this. We should have rested players on Wednesday So what if we lost the game? Wouldn't have made any difference to how we get out of it, and we would have had a chance to rest the likes of Mohamed Salah there for a week and get the players fit and ready to go for today. Chance to rest them was wasted. And that's my take on the Wednesday situation, that didn't pay off for us on Wednesday and didn't pay off for us today. So this is a week where I think we've got things a little bit wrong with regards to how we've looked at the season, how the manager has gone about things. And look, it's okay to be critiquing of things that we see. I love Jurgen Klopp and I wouldn't change him for anybody, but that's my opinion on the last week. You guys, of course, are free to differ, and I respect any differing opinions, but yeah, it's been a week to just get our heads down and move on from, between injuries and lots of other bits and pieces. Tsimikas out, Diogo Jota out, Van Dijk out, Gomez out, Thiago out, Keita out. I'm probably forgetting more players that are out as well. It's just been very, very frustrating. But yeah, even after all that, folks, we are still right at the top of the league table with Spurs. So after the worst possible start of the season we could think of with regards to injuries and stuff like that, we're still there fighting. We're still there or thereabouts. It's going to take one hell of a team to wrestle this Premier League title away from us, because I think when we hit our stride and we get players back, there's more to come from this group of players, and hopefully we start with that on Wednesday, but it is not going to be easy. And again, credit to Fulham today for what they've done. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go off and enjoy the rest of my Sunday evening, but I will be back tomorrow with a preview already for that Spurs game coming up on Wednesday, so make sure you join us for that one. Thank you again to our sponsors, Boyle Sports, for all of their support, and you guys have a cracking Sunday evening. Maybe watch the next game that's coming up, and I wish all your families health, happiness and success and prosperity over this festive period. If I don't talk to you soon, take care, lots of love to you guys, and up the Reds. We'll be back.